Hello and welcome to Getting Your Money's Worth, the show that focuses on value. I'm Judith West, and our guest today is Donna Cutting, author of The Celebrity Experience. Wow, The Celebrity Experience. Thanks, Donna, for being on the show.
Thanks for having
There's
me.
nobody that wouldn't like to live like a celebrity.
That's right, wouldn't we all?
Wouldn't we all, is right. So this book is about delivering celebrity experiences in customer service.
Correct.
Oh my God, does the world need you?
That's what everybody says.
I can't think of any topic that requires celebrity. I would settle for amateur or something.
You know, well, and that's true. I kept hearing in marketing materials and commercials, we give red carpet customer service, but I rarely remembered ever receiving it.
When I saw this red carpet, I said to myself, you want red carpet? I just want someone to answer the phone.
Right.
You know,
right.
a voice. So tell me something. Did this book come about because of personal experiences that you had?
Well, you know, I speak professionally about customer service and have been listening to audiences.
Who do you speak to?
Corporate and association audiences across the country.
Well, do they take your advice and translate it down to the folks who are supposed to give the customer service?
Hopefully they do. And I know, but, you know, I hear throughout the country exactly what you're saying.
Oh,
you know,
please send me a list of your clients. I want to do a field test for you.
Yeah, but you know, I hear exactly what you're saying. I mean, people are very unhappy with customer service, and
you know, I'm going to tell you something interesting. I don't take away from the topic, but I began to think. Speaking about customer service, I had one gentleman, in fact, he was on the show, point out to me that really, when people praise their customer service departments, it's kind of a misplaced praise, because if the company was doing the right thing in the first place, there would be no need for a customer service department.
Right. Unfortunately, things have changed. You know, it's not personalized service anymore. More and more, we're getting away from that. And I think when a company or an organization can spend more time on personalized service, it's unique and it's unforgettable in this day and age.
Yeah, and it must build customer loyalty.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Garrett Richter, who is the, oh gosh, I'm blanking on what bank, but the CEO of, I think it's First National Bank, and he said, he put it so well, he said, if you roll out the red carpet for a billionaire, they don't even notice. But you roll out the red carpet for a hundredaire, and they run out and they tell everybody they know, because we're not used to getting that kind of service.
Banks, it's funny that you said, I think banks are one of the worst. After all, a bank is taking your money, and I've thought to myself, I'm going to write the first bank, and I've been in just about all the large commercial banks, Donna. I'm going to write the CEO of the first bank where someone says to me, thank you.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to go on TV or something with the first bank that says thank you to me. After all, you're giving them your money. You're
exactly.
a customer. I have never had.
Are you still waiting?
I'm still waiting.
And isn't that just such a simple thing? It doesn't take much to make the everyday person feel like they're being treated like a celebrity. No. A smile, a thank you note. You know, pick up the phone and thank them for your business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, So tell me, how did you get to the point of tying in customer service to celebrity?
Well, you know, like I said, I mean, I kept hearing red carpet customer service, but I didn't remember receiving it, and people all over the country were telling me the same thing. And so I started to think about, who knows what that's like? You know, celebrities know what it's like to get red carpet service. Who knows how to give it? The people who serve celebrities. So I went directly to the source, and I talked to them. I talked to the CEO of Marquis Jet, and, you know, a concierge company, and a producer. And, you know, I said, what does it take to give that level of service to people who get the best all the time, expect it, and frankly will go elsewhere if they don't?
And so tell me something. What do they say it takes to give it?
Well, you know, it's funny. It's the basic, everything we're talking about. and then some.
But don't you have to hire special kind of people, or I mean, I think there's some people that are such sourpusses, Donna,
Absolutely.
that they're not going to ever give you a smile and say thank you.
Absolutely. You have to be, first of all, clear on the standards of service. And all of the people that I spoke to, whether they were worked in celebrity service companies or everyday companies who serve everyday people in the manner of star treatment, the first thing is they have very high standards of service. It's not just good customer service, it's the extreme makeover of customer service. And then, you're absolutely right, they hire people who fit those standards, and they will not accept anything less. Then they treat them like stars, they treat them well, they train them consistently, and to give that extraordinary service. Yeah. And people get excited. I mean, when you've got the right people and you train them well, and they get excited about giving that kind of service.
And there's a formula. I used to know it. I've forgotten. You probably know it. Where one satisfied customer equals like so many. It's better than advertising.
That's right. And not just satisfied, but you can, if you oversatisfy, if they're happy with your service, that's fine. But if you blow them away because you've really rolled out the red carpet and treated somebody like a star, then they're going to go out and tell all their friends.
I've always been thinking about this because I have had my own sales organization, but I got hooked on this when I started going to Disney, their theme parks, because they say that their customer is a guest.
Right.
And they go out of their way to emulate the guest experience. Some places celebrity.
Exactly.
But I'm struck by the number of stores. My background is retail, so I focus on that. I'm struck by the number of stores, Donna, that send out circulars. They spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars on circulars and brochures, inviting you to come into their store, into their home, and shop, inviting you to be a guest. Right. And you walk in there, and nobody even makes eye contact with you.
Exactly. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said this word, and it's not just customer service, it's a customer experience. You can spend all the marketing dollars you want on those flyers, but if people don't walk in and have an absolutely fabulous experience in your store, in your restaurant, then you're just wasting your money.
Yeah, okay, so we're on agreement. There's nobody that you talk to on planet Earth that would disagree with what you're saying, but yet the performance from your mouth and from what I hear is abysmal in that area.
Yeah.
So how is there a hope for this to change?
Absolutely. There are several organizations that I found that serve everyday people in this manner. And it's funny, the results they're getting in their business because of their commitment to extraordinary service are,
I think you mentioned Southwest Airlines.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Southwest Airlines, everyone knows. But there's, there's a university in North Carolina that is changing the way customer service is given to students in a university setting.
I thought that was a wonderful, and then I love, you have a story that you tell here, but you say it's kind of the base of customer service, the Chicago pizza story.
Yes,
tell us.
I think it's the basis of exactly what we're talking about.
Remind me of that story.
The XPACs, which is Extreme Personal Assistant Concierge Services, is an organization that serves celebrities. Extreme Personal Assistant Concierge Services.
Okay.
And Scott Graham is the CEO. He serves celebrities as a concierge. He's got several concierges. And on his website, he claims, if you can imagine it, we can achieve it.
If you can imagine it, we can
achieve it. Okay. And of course,
that's pretty boastful.
Yeah. And as long as it's moral, ethical, and legal, and believe me, with celebrities, he does get asked to do a few immoral things.
Well, lately, the way things have been going is with non-celebrities too. We won't go there. Right.
But so this one celebrity, I think, frankly, didn't expect him to do this. I think he was testing them, and he said, "Great. Here's what I imagine. Let's see if you can achieve it. I want a pizza, hot, fresh, delivered for dinner tonight from a specific pizza place in Chicago. And by the way, I live in London, England."
Oh, wow.
Right. And, most people would say, that's unbelievable. It can't happen. But if you can imagine it, we can achieve it. So they had to put their mind to work and figure out, okay, the answer is yes. How do we make this happen? They got a private plane. They put a pizza oven on the plane.
A pizza oven on the
Right,
plane?
with the ingredients. A guy from the Chicago pizza place, as it is starting to land in London, they stuck the pizza in the oven. The plane landed. They took it out, put it in a box. The limo's waiting, and at 5 p.m. in time for dinner, hot, fresh from the oven, from Chicago to London. The celebrity was blown away.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah. Now, is that the most expensive pizza on the planet? Absolutely. But most of us, Judith, you know, are not asking for that level of service.
I know, but Donna, you said something that we can't ignore. What you said was, yes, the request was extreme,
right,
but the response was yes.
Yes, exactly.
Because so many times the response for things that are just really rather ordinary is negative.
Right. Right. The policy
and even
is,
when it's something that wouldn't have to even be negative.
Yeah, yeah. The policy is the policy is the policy. I mean, that is what most of us are used to.
But you know what I have to smile as I'm thinking to myself as I'm talking to you? So many conversations that I've had, I'm in business, I'm my own personal, so many conversations I've had with telecommunications or insurance or credit cards or you name it. The first thing that comes on is this recording. This conversation is being monitored to check service. I'm like, who's doing the monitoring? I've had some really down and dirty conversations, and nobody has ever called me to comment on it.
I know.
It's nonsense.
It's very rare in this day and age, but it can happen, you know, because there are organizations. You know, I talked to a woman who owns an automotive shop, and speaking of the Chicago pizza principle and saying yes, you know, her customers were in front of me raving about her service. And one of the things that she said to me was, Donna, I tell my guys, if someone comes to the counter and wants a pound of butter, get in your car and get them a pound of butter and bring it back to the shop. Now, clearly nobody's asking that of them, but that's the attitude. And so, you know, if companies and people who own businesses or work in businesses could think about, you know, how can I be creative in solving this customer's problem?
I'm going to tell you before we have last minute left that one thing that I thought was creative. We stayed at a place in Arizona, a well-known place, that every year, every 2 years, requires the hospitality employees, you know, hospitality industry, who should be the best because they're worst sometimes, to be a guest in their own establishment. They have to sleep in the bed, they have to use the shower, use the towels, order room service, get the TV to work, get all the lights to work, use the thermostat, all the things that guests have to struggle with. And I think that's a very good learning experience.
Absolutely.
So, in summary, because you're very upbeat and you have a good message here, the celebrity experience. How are you going to change the minds? Is this a culture of mind change? Are you seeing progress?
Well, I'll tell you what. I do see people who come to me, and I love this. When people come to me and say, you know, we read your book, Insider Secrets to Delivering Red Carpet Customer Service, and here's what we're doing. You know, we've started brainstorming with our team. You know, I hope so.
Yeah, right. Even a little bit.
Well, even if it's just one company at a time.
Let's hope so. And anything I find out good, I'll send you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
I'm Judith West. You're watching Getting Your Money's Worth. Thanks for watching.